One particular project that I wanted to share with each of you today, one that's near and dear to my heart, is a job that I did out in the Pacific Northwest. A team of engineers was selected to go out and do an evaluation of a Department of Defense location. I'll keep it confidential for now once you see the second slide. We had to put together plans and specifications, analyses, forensics report for a myriad of electrical and mechanical infrastructure at this location. The decision was made early on in the process not to staff it locally. This comes as a challenge sometimes as a small business. Do you put someone on the ground? Do you need to open an office? In our case, we made the decision we'll staff it from the Midwest and from the East. Most of our work centers were located in Illinois, Michigan, and down in Florida. And we had just completed, and this is kind of a lead into the story, an extensive field survey where we had electrical and mechanical engineers on site diagnosing what we saw as the solutions that need to be rendered. Our client experienced a catastrophic outage of their equipment. About 40 MVA load was dumped due to what was perceived at the time and is still being litigated, but operator error. This happened at about 1400 hours on the 8th of July. I received a call then the next morning at 0700 hours, so in less than 24-hour turnaround. And as the story goes, I was sitting in Rapid City, South Dakota, actually. And not that I vacation all the time, but it happened to be on another vacation. I was with my wife and daughter, and we were headed to Mount Rushmore. I took the call. I was sitting at a Starbucks that morning conducting work because we didn't have to go anywhere for a couple hours. And in a matter of 8 short hours, we had people on a plane headed towards the Pacific Northwest. We also had negotiated a contract with the client to perform services, and all this was kind of done from a Starbucks. That's kind of how things happen, and we ideally don't want to get put into stress situations, but when our clients need us, it's the call to action. We have to do it. So I bring this up as a profile because this particular client, there wasn't just a short-term restoration to bring power back online. There was the long-term solution of how do we bring a power grid back up safely and reliably for many years to come. So we dispatched our personnel, and within a couple weeks short time, we had developed full analyses of what needed to happen. And like I said, it was not any equipment failure. It had to do with operator conditions, and some of that's still being taken care of. Some lessons that were taken away and that we impart on engineers in our company. Again, I mentioned our 11 distinguishing traits. It's about setting the culture or changing the person's mindset. Some may view this as maintenance work or just call out. We see it as exciting. Getting people out in the field, giving them the opportunity to troubleshoot a problem. Most of the knowledge is gained early in the career through textbook, through education, but then there's also the field aspect too of actually training someone at what actually the operator does, and this was a great opportunity to do that. Taking a proactive approach to a complex solution, not being afraid to engage in a tough debate over the problem. That doesn't come easy. Engineers from time to time will focus too much on the technical concept. In this case, you have to be willing to step out and have a tough debate about what the real solutions are. And then, of course, safety focus. Safety is paramount to everything that we do, and we cannot put people in the line of danger. So again, another lesson here as we build engineers up, as we're trying to be attractive to future engineers who want to come to our companies, we have a strong safety culture, and that's paramount as well. And then ultimately what happened out of this project profile, we provided training and instruction to our folks on how this process came to be and what the expectations are moving forward. So how do we get information today? How do we train future leaders, future engineers, people that we're trying to attract to our corporations? We encourage strong relationships with our manufacturing community. We reach out to them frequently, and some of your manufacturing reps. We do this either through direct contact. I go to their offices, they come to my offices. We have people come conduct lunch and learns. That seems to be a good topic with engineers. They like to sometimes just conduct business while they're having a lunch. And then these industry forums similar to what we're doing today. All project managers and engineers are encouraged to achieve licensing, credentials, continuing education. Jim mentioned that there are webinars and tools that are made available through these media that are going to be beneficial to future engineers. And then finally, this is a minimum to us, but I'm sure your companies do the same thing. Leaders are subscribed to journals, magazines. That goes without question. The idea is that it's imperative leaders are mentoring those that they protege and other staff, that they're stepping forward and taking a lead and helping establish that culture, whatever your company culture may be.